say about the certified master installers?
Well, your window or door is only going to last if it's installed properly. Removed by Anderson installers go through intense classroom and field training programs. Many of them have installed thousands of windows. I mean, talk about masters.
If the homeowner has an issue and has to chase down different contractors and companies, they get stuck in the range, and that's the worst.
Right. The manufacturer points to the installer points to the manufacturer. With us, there's no blame game or finger pointing because we manage the whole process. What we don't have here at Renewal by Anderson are salesmen. Instead, we have design consultants. Now that's a breath of fresh air. Our design consultants are seasoned professionals. They're trained to inspect your windows and doors and point out how to save money on your energy bills. Would you like help with design? We can show you colors and styles that are just right for your home. And the cherry on top, it's all free.
Before October 31st, save $400 on every window and save $850 on every patio door and entry door. With no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer ends October 31st. For a free appointment, call 1-800-501-1400. That's 1-800-501-1400. This investigation, it's been going on for years, and it is about the handling or potential mishandling of classified information in the possession of John Bolton from whenever he had served in the federal government. He's a long-time federal public servant, but also was the national security advisor in the Trump administration. He was searched not only just this summer, but his office and his home. And there was some pushback within the Justice Department about when to charge him. Now, this is a little bit different than what we saw in the Comey case and the James case. That's a different prosecutor's office, the Eastern District of Virginia. The Maryland prosecutor's office is led by a longtime federal prosecutor in that office, who is Kelly Hayes, and the district take it through the grand jury, or whether there needed to be more time since those searches of his home and office only took place a couple weeks ago. So now we are waiting to see what happens in the coming days, but the source did tell me, one source told me that prosecutors in the Maryland U.S. Attorney's Office were at work over the weekend preparing the next steps here for a potential indictment. We have yet to see exactly what it would entail, but we do know it's been quite an investigation over John Bolton and the classified documents that were located in his possession.
And Caitlin, you also have some new reporting on a senior Justice Department prosecutor removed from the key U.S. Attorney's Office. Tell us more about that.
This is the U.S. Attorney's Office in Virginia, Northern Virginia, the one that has charged the James Comey case and the Letitia James case. That office is one where a former personal lawyer to Donald Trump, someone who has very little trial or in-court experience with the Lindsay Allen, is leading the office, and she is asserting her authority over that office with the deepening split between what she wants to do, the White House wants her to do, and what prosecutors in that office may want or believe would be the best course of action. The latest assertion of this authority by Lindsay Halligan, the removal of her first deputy, the woman who was in that position just before Halligan was appointed, the former interim U.S. Attorney Roger Cleary. She was the first assistant in the investigation in Virginia, and just 3 weeks or so in that office, that authority has been removed by Lindsay Halligan, the U.S. Attorney. There have been others fired and resigned in that office, and much of this is related to fallout from the internal discussion, dissension of charging Jim Comey a case that continues forward with Lindsay Halligan being appointed to the her son.
That's in the back of my table. What's up here is live in Twitter.
All right, Jessica, thanks very much. A subject very close to my heart right now. Deadline day for Pentagon reporters. Sign a pledge to follow new restrictions or else. Who is signing and who is not? We have details. That's next.
Sell an option policy by going to AbacusPace.com first. There are no fees and no obligations. Get the real value in your life insurance when you need it with Abacus.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work means bold new thinking. To help you see untapped possibilities and the legacy that work with you to make them real.
Power outages can be unpredictable, inconvenient, and disruptive to your life, posing a real threat to your family's comfort and safety. When the power goes out, you have no lights, no refrigeration, no heating or air conditioning. Are you prepared? You can be with a Generac home standby generator. Power outage occurs. You turn your home standby generator automatically powers up using the home's existing natural gas or propane, so your light goes on without disruption. Keeping your family comfortable, safe, and secure. Stay tuned to get over $500 value free on the most popular home standby generator in the world.
With the Generac, we don't have
Thousands of satisfied customers. Call or go online now to request your free quote with one of Generac's nationwide dealers. Special financing and monthly payment options are available. And if you receive a free 5-year warranty valued at over $500. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation to tonight. Call or go online. So next time you check out your hours and follow your heart to watch them. Call or go online to request your favorite tonight. You've got options.
The Pentagon is telling beat reporters to sign very, very restricted new rules by today, where it says they must surrender their press passes and won't be allowed in the building. Nearly every major news outlet, including CNN, of course, have all said their journalists will not agree to this ultimatum. The Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth responded to some media statements on the issue, like this New York Times statement, replying on X, which was considered would be probably the most. Joining us now is the chief media analyst of Randstad, Brian. What are you hearing from news organizations about these very, very tough restrictions that are today being imposed?
Number one, and most important, news outlets will continue to cover the military and the Trump administration aggressively, even though we're being booted from the Pentagon. And that is effectively what is happening here. Over the span of months, we've seen the Pentagon trying to tighten restrictions. First, by exiling outlets like CNN out of longtime Pentagon workspaces, then making it harder to actually move around the building, ending the regular daily routine briefings at the Pentagon, and now this legal language, this document that requires journalists to make promises that no real journalist could actually make. These restrictions, these rules have been rejected by virtually every major media outlet in the United States, from the AP and Axios to CNN and Reuters. Even the conservative Newsmax, a pro-Trump cable channel, says it does not intend to follow along with these rules. That means everybody has to hand in their press passes by tomorrow, and by the end of the week, you really won't see journalists working out of the Pentagon any longer. There is one pro-Trump channel called One American News that has agreed to these rules, and that may be what Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth wants. He tends to point out replace war reporters with pro-Trump propagandists in the Pentagon. But it's not going to actually be able to end reporting altogether. Journalists are going to continue to report on the Pentagon, report on Pentagon, report on the military, even if we're outside the building.
Yeah, good point. Is there any potential legal action underway right now?
Well, that is the big question that I have now, is I know media lawyers and news reporters have been making comments over these restrictions, and there is a possibility of legal action after the press passes are turned in, after this actually takes effect later in the week. You know, Hegseth has been misleading the public about what is going on there. He posted a message on X yesterday calling this press scheduling for dummies, claiming that going forward the press must wear a visible badge, and elected press will not be permitted to solicit criminal acts. So he's implying that currently journalists don't wear badges, but Pentagon they do. And he's suggesting that very active journalism, asking sources for information, should be or possibly would be criminalized in some way going forward. That is partly why so many media outlets have stood together in a rare show of solidarity and rejected this pledge, rejected these restrictions. I know that you used to cover the Pentagon, you used to work out of that workspace there. I bet you didn't imagine you would see this happening at the Pentagon in your old stomping grounds.
I certainly never did, and it really is awful. For me, it's very, very personal, because I spent several years at CNN.